What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Fable Joey, and I am back with another video today, here to give you guys some gameplay of Ys 8, the Lacrimosa of Dana. So let's just get right into this. I'm going to show you guys the playable characters so far, what's kind of going on in the story. We'll mess around with some fighting, and we'll just see how it goes from there. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys around the starting camp, because why not? I really like this starting area. This is like a base camp for all the castaways that you find on this island to go. So I'm going to show you guys around the camp, show you what's in it and stuff. So this game is very interesting. I didn't really realize it, but most of the game is that you are trying to survive on this island. This awesome island that is covered in grass and terrible dinosaur things. But I love the game so far, and of course the main hub kind of place is where you stay a lot. So over here, that's where I make weapons. You can go over here and make weapons. That's the weapon that I have right now. My partners have different weapons. Also, I really love the game because at any point, I just like games where you can roll and jump around anywhere. And if you see me moving in like a different way, like I'm not just like walking around. I remember the first time I played Odyssey, my friends were like, dude, why are you rolling around? Just walk. But I really like to move in different ways. Something cool about this game that I didn't know until I bought it, but there's fishing, and it's pretty dang cool. The fishing is it's just another awesome part of the game. I'm gonna show you guys. I don't know, is there any fish? Okay, there's some fish out here, so we're gonna go out a little bit, and then, yeah, let's see. Over here kind of looks like the best area to fish, so let's cast out. I can't believe I'm fishing right now. I could have been showing you anything, but I wanted to fish for you guys. Oh, there we go. We got something on the line. Now you just kind of gotta mash it and pull back. Oh, and I love how he just catches it just out of it. He doesn't even care. He doesn't even care. There we go. Awesome. So yeah, you fish, you cook, you find new people, you build your base. That's what I'm going to show you of the base. Now I'm going to show you the main characters, the combat. Everything in this game is very, very fast and awesome. The story is amazing so far. I love it. Let's get out into the world and I'll show you guys what the combat looks like. So here's the first mini area that you're going to explore. It doesn't have any enemies, so I'm not going to stand in it for very long, but it is very cool, so I can kind of show you guys some of the combat. So let's go through some things of the combat before we get out so you guys can see what it is like. So I control 3 characters, which is pretty awesome. And I gotta point out something funny here. If any of you have ever seen Sword Art Online, you know why I think this is funny. So the main character, his name is Adol, and he is voiced by the same person who plays Kirito. And when you switch to his character, because you can switch between characters... Wait for it. There we go. He says switch, which is just weird because that's what he says in the show to switch. It's so weird. And I always find myself just going through them until I find it. But yeah, so it's very cool that you can have control of 3 different characters at any certain point in the game. Let's get out, show you guys some combat. Before we get right into the combat, I just want to show you guys how massive this world is. So I've played a decent amount of time already, close to about 5 hours, and I've only had it for a day. I just grinded yesterday, but if you look at the top, it says total explored of the whole island, and the island isn't even the whole part of the game. 4%. That's insane, and I've already covered a huge amount of land. But that's crazy. And as you go, you fill out the map. And this is all I filled out so far, and the fact that that is only 4% just wows me. Alright, let's show you guys some combat. I'm going to be using Adol first. He is my favorite out of the 3 to use, but I don't know. So we'll see how you guys like. So Adol right here, you can lock onto things with X or not. I like to lock on, and also I don't. So you can pull out, your main attack button is A, and you can, the whole time while you're attacking, you can dash and run around. But it's not just A, and the fact that this isn't a turn-based strategy game either, so you don't have to wait for anything. A cool thing is that you hold down R, and you can use skills. And I'll show you the skills on an enemy here. So, if I hold down R, I can use skills like that. I have 2 right now. So that's Adol's main, he's very fast, and different enemies have different weak points. So, say if there's a crab here, I switch to him, and he pulls out his huge axe, and then he beats him up. I think all of us can do this. And actually, besides Adol, she is also an awesome character to play as because she's very fast. and her moves are really, really cool. Like this one right here is a skill move that is very interesting and cool. I really, just the way that she moves around is really awesome, and using her in the game is really cool. Also, something that I should say for people who are huge portable players, they bring it everywhere. This game looks beautiful when you're playing it portable. It is insane. It actually looks better than it does when it's docked. I don't know why that is, but it looks totally awesome. Okay, and more to the combat. The coolest thing so far is that you can time a perfect dodge kind of thing, like in Zelda, where if you dodge at the last second, it slows down the character, and then you go in and you can get some massive damage. Or, as they're about to hit you, you guard like that, and then you get a perfect guard, and it stalls them, and it's awesome. Also, there are super moves. If I hold R and press L, we can do a super move, but I'll show you guys that later, because I don't just want to waste a super move here. But let's show you guys. Also, I can turn my teammates onto offensive, so they help fight, or defensive. See how they run towards it, and then they come back. That's awesome if you want to get one specific character good. So let's see if I can get a perfect dodge here. Sometimes it takes a while. Okay, let's see. There we go. So it's a flash move, and then it slows it down, and it does that. So that is so cool. When you're fighting a big boss, and you land a flash move, it is just so awesome looking. And I don't know, I just think that the combat is very, very fast. Do I like it better than Xenoblade so far? I really couldn't say, because I've only played this game, like, maybe a 16th of the amount of time that I've spent with Xenoblade. But yeah, I am really enjoying the game so far. So let's just go throughout some of the stuff. We'll switch off characters, we'll look at the combat, but the game is very cool. And let me mention, the music is absolutely outstanding. Just like Xenoblade, I kind of find it in the same vein, because Xenoblade has some of my favorite video game soundtrack elements ever. This game's great too. We're going to move on to the next area with a whole different soundtrack. It's going to be pretty cool. A big point of the game is also exploration, like I pointed out earlier, but while exploring, after you hit enemies also, you can, if you do it a different way, like if you finish it with an aerial attack right here, which you can stay in the air for a long time, which I think is awesome. If you finish it with an aerial attack, you get extra points and skills that'll lead up to a better thing, and you just get more points and skills from it, which is really cool, and that just helps you go throughout. But also, there will be logs sprinkled and leaves, and if you hit them, it will give you extra skill points and extra materials. Like if you cut down a tree, it will give you logs, which will build more stuff for your base, which I think is a really cool addition. So far, this has been my favorite place to explore, not just because the music is awesome, but the enemies in here are very, very cool. And this is the first time I can show you guys this character in action, because with these crabs with their thicker shell, you have to switch characters to which character can be the best at killing enemies. So, if it's like a smaller but really fast one, you're going to use her all the time. But if it's kind of in the middle of those things, you're going to want to use Adol. But when it comes that there isn't any of those, and these huge monsters, you're going to want to use him. His skills are very cool. That reminds me of the hammer in Monster Hunter. And he's got, so everyone has 2 skills right now. I'm sure that I can unlock more skills. I don't necessarily know how many, but there's 4 skill slots, and I just used the 2 of the same skill slots that I have right now on the same characters. But yeah, I'll go show you just like a tiny boss. I wouldn't call it a boss at all, but it is bigger than the other enemies, and it takes longer to kill. I'm going to use a super move on it, so we're going to see how that looks. So I'm going to keep my characters on defensive so they don't attack it. I'm going to show you some Adol. So Adol, so he can still kill crabs, but see how much longer it takes him compared to the other character. Oh, okay, so I got hit by this guy. Awesome. Okay, so here's what I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully I can land a super move, we'll see. Okay, good. So this is his super move attack. These are so cool. They're so awesome. So look at that, he's grinding down at that health. He might even be able to kill it right here, I don't know. Okay, awesome. Ooh, we got him. So a skill finish, see how many materials that dropped? So if you get a skill finish or things like that, you can get more materials. So let's see if I can get a perfect guard here. I'll have it jump on me. Come on. Kind of got to egg him on a bit. Ah, man. See, it's hard to land. Yes, there we go. So a flash guard. And then it stuns him for a bit, which is such a cool mechanic. And the gameplay so far has been very refreshing. And the fact that it adds new stuff all the time, it's always adding new things to the combat, just makes me very excited for the future of this game. And it is so addicting. Trying to find other castaways, just playing the game is so much fun. And the music is such a good company. I mean, you notice how the music changed. And in caves and there's dungeons, caves in this game where you find chests. Here's a chest over here that I found earlier. But yeah, it is very, very cool. And the way that this game is fleshed out is very awesome. I'm loving the story so far also. So we're gonna try. So here's a good example. So Adol against this is very good. You'll see a break, which it means that they are really good against that enemy. If you get a break, then it's higher. I wonder if I do an aerial, if I do some aerial combat, if it'll like, I was gonna say, it's gonna give me a new skill, but like the coolest thing about playing with Adol, because Adol's definitely my favorite so far, is the fact that he has the coolest skills. You just go like this, and you just spin around, and then you can just, oh, it's so cool. So you don't have to do that, like there's so many different elements to the combat, so you don't have to just press one button. Like, it's so crazy how fleshed out it is. So now I'm gonna have my guys attack with me, because the next room is a bit harder. I'm going to show you one last bit of combat, and then we're going to go explore, and then we'll finish up the video. I will do a second part, though, if people like this video. I do like doing gameplay videos, because I don't do them very much on the channel, and now that I found a mostly effective way to give them to you guys, we'll see how this works out. Okay, so now my people are helping me fight, because I didn't think I could do this alone. Is that a crab? Yes, it is. So then you kind of come in with that, which is so satisfying to pull off. He's just got this big old thing. So we want to use Adol for this. See, he just comes in and like one hits it. That's what's so cool about these different characters switching it. See, like I could kill him like with the other characters, but it's so much easier to do with the ones that belong to that enemy type. Like if I come up with this to Adol, both of these just get a break immediately. Plus, that gives me more items. So yeah, you can kill anything with anything, but still, you want to be doing the right item at the right time so you can get those extra benefits. So let's go kill one of these again. Let's see, her special move is actually cooler than Adol's, I think. So let's see if we can pull it off. Oh wait, shoot, I don't have my gauge filled up. Why did I even try that? Okay, so her moves are very cool. They're very cool. So let's show you. That one's my favorite. She kind of just boosts around. And you can just keep doing it, which is the fun thing. Oh, let's get out of there. So she is very fast at killing this thing either. I didn't really realize that, but she was pretty decent. Okay, let's go into this really quick. So, we have a level 11, 10, and 10. So that's exactly the point where you turn off the other ones so they can't fight with you, so you can get more stamina. Plus, guys, buying this game on the Switch version gave me all the DLC. So, a cool thing here, if I wanted to change Adol's outfit, which I can, I will go to costume here. We can change him to a desert pirate. I love the look of that one. He's got a tropic swimwear. He's got the normal, which I'm using right now, if you don't wear anything. You have the silver armor, which I believe was from the first Ys game, which is really cool, and I can change characters from everyone there. Right now, I kind of just like his normal attire, but it is very cool that I have all access to that, and later in the game, I get more DLC and more access to other things like that. That's just awesome. So, yeah, mostly you guys have seen what I wanted to show. If I do want to show part of the story, I will. This is just one of my favorite areas to explore right here. I'm not sure what purpose this blue volcano-looking thing serves in the story yet. I'm sure I will find out soon. Oh, here's a good example. If I break this open... Oh, wait, no, okay, this one doesn't break open. Oh, this does, okay. If I come up, you can break this with anything. But like I said, if you go like that, you get rock salt and iron ore. And yeah, so that'll help you build different stuff in your base, which is always cool. You always want to be collecting new stuff for your base. Oh, those aerial attacks are so satisfying to pull off. Seriously, I think he could stay in the air longer than anyone. Let's see. So yeah, he can stay in the air for like 5 good moves. Like, yeah, I don't know. Adol's just the most fun to play with. I've also played with him the most. Maybe I've probably played with her the most because she's level 11 and everyone else is 10. But yeah, so that's really cool. I'm gonna go back to base and then we'll finish this up. Also, guys, on the world map, you can fast travel to places where you have acquired a crystal. Crystals are very important. If you get crystals across the map, it means you travel more places, which is very, very convenient. So guys, I am loving Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana. I wanted to show you the combat, I wanted to show you the characters, I wanted to show you the Castaway Village, and I basically completed all of that. I am absolutely loving the game so far. If you like RPGs, if you like amazing stories, music, and combat, Ys 8 is definitely for you. I probably will make another gameplay video of this if this gets enough, and if people like it, then I could do another one. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I cannot wait to play more of this game. I will see you next time.